They were on the bed and it got real. She said that was the best sex she has had ever. Like compared to the past. She was like, it just felt like it glued her back. Obviously, it's not like she's not gonna mourn her father again, but she was like, it was amazing. Welcome back to Not Just Cupid. My name is Success. If you're seeing me for the first time, so good to have you. Please subscribe. And if you already subscribed, thank you. Your family, like you got my heart, baby. You got my soul. You got my okay. Yeah, I got talent basically. I'm feeling fly, like I was rhyming, like you got my heart, you got my soul, you got my heart, my soul, my heart. Yeah, I guess that wasn't the best. Encourage me, come on, come on. Okay, I'm not waste your time. So yes, we're going to be talking about intimacy. That's what we talked about. So there was a previous video before this one where we talked about types of intimacy. How we talked about sex is not the only form of intimacy. We keep making like we have the impression that sexual intimacy is intimacy. There are different types of intimacy, and that's what we've been talking about. So there's a video before this one. It will be the link will be somewhere here or here. Just check where you could go back to and catch up on what we've been talking about. We already talked about three types of intimacy. There are 6 types. We talked about 3, and we're going to be talking about the remaining 3 today. So we've already talked about experiential intimacy, and we've talked about emotional intimacy, and the last one, which was intellectual intimacy. So go back and watch it. So today, let's get straight into it. Please subscribe. Subscribe, be a darling, and subscribe now. Thank you. Okay, so spiritual intimacy. This is the kind of intimacy that you both are able to witness, let's say, some sort of miraculous event together. Yeah. Like if you guys are able to wrap your minds around experiencing something beyond yourselves. It could also be that maybe you guys are practicing faith together, but both of you doing something together that is beyond yourself. That's spiritual intimacy. So if you're practicing your faith, it means you guys are praying together, you guys are studying the word together, you guys are going for spiritual activities, maybe like studies together, services together, or reading books, spiritual books or something together. But basically, you're doing something that is beyond yourselves together. It could even be a project you're working on together. Yeah. So the second one is physical intimacy. See, I know what you're thinking, but it is actually not the same thing as sexual intimacy. Yeah, I know. I thought we're the same thing too. So yeah, we've all been there, and that's a good thing. We learn every day, right? Yes. So yes, and actually, it's not. It is not the same as sexual intimacy. It's actually different. But here's the way it works. It's actually being affectionate to your partner physically. Now, if you're basically, let me give you an example. When you're hugging your partner, that's physical intimacy. Yes, I love long hugs. Like I love hugs. I love, yeah. So yes, when you can give when you guys like a hug, maybe you just touch their hands at intervals, or you rub the back of their neck. Maybe if he's driving or she's in between, like she's doing something, maybe she's working on something on a laptop, or it could be that she's baking, like she's cooking, like those little physical gestures that you just do. That's physical intimacy. Yes. You can tell I like physical intimacy, right? I do. Yes, I like really long hugs. It's crazy. I feel like it's therapeutic. I don't know. What about you? Do you like long hugs? Do you like hugs? There are people that don't like hugs. I thought it was weird. I mean, I don't want to say. I just feel it was weird. When I found someone, I just like, no, I don't really like to hug. I don't like all this touch. I'm like, how can you not like long hugs? They're so cozy and nice when you are able to. Basically, it's you demonstrating your love and expressing affection to them physically. So it is not really sexual. It's not actually sexual. Yeah. The one that gets me. So let me just say this last one. You know when so this happens between I'm a girl, I'm gonna use my experience. Yeah. When this happens when like you're talking to a guy, you're into it and you're just gisting him or you're just saying what you're saying and he just gives you this very deep look in your eyes, like you can feel the I can't believe I'm doing this right here. Oh my god, I'm so exposed. Okay, yes. So they just look at you in your eyes, like you can feel the intense stare, and then they go like this, removing invisible hair that no one sees. You don't even feel, but I mean, you assume they're removing hair from your face. They just go like this, and they're like, and they listen to you. Like, yeah, you look good. You're beautiful. Or this kind of. That I'm actually embarrassed at how excited and how much I am smiling from ear to ear. But yes, those things are cute. I gotta confess, I like them. Yeah, so and the last type of intimacy, that was good, right? Yeah, so the last type of intimacy is actually sexual intimacy, which we've all been waiting for. Like, I know you've been wondering, is it that sexual intimacy is not a type of intimacy anymore? And the reason is the last, it's not because it's not important. It's actually very important. Like, it's important too. It is very important. But the thing is, and I think it should not be neglected, especially in marriage. Sexual intimacy is actually one of the most intimate way you can be intimate with your partner. Does that make any sense? But where you get the best of it is when you combine these other types of intimacy in it. So it's more like putting every other type of intimacy we've talked about. It makes it a wholesome experience. Yeah, you're more connected when before you become sexual, you've already showed emotional intimacy. You've been some experience of you've had experiential intimacy. So let me use a scenario of a day in a couple's life. So let's say you woke up that day and you both went for let's say you guys went to go skydive together. Now that's experiential intimacy, experiential intimacy, you go skydiving, no distractions, just the both of you. Maybe after you came back from skydiving, you probably got sad news or something, and you're just broken and you're crying, and your partner is there being able to be supportive, and they make you feel better. As I'm saying this, I just remembered something. So I read a tweet, and the lady talked about how she lost her dad. She was so sad. Like she was like she's never felt that kind of, like it was really painful for her. She could feel the pain physically all over. She was just broken. And her husband was just looking at her. He was consoling her the best way he could, but it wasn't really, she was still very much just broken and sad. And she was like, while he was, consoling her, he basically just started like, kissing her neck. Basically, they got into the foreplay mood. This was someone that was sad, mourning her dad. She was like, Well, he went there. Next thing they knew, they were on the bed and it got real. She said that was the best sex she has had ever, like compared to the past. She was like, it just felt like it glued her back. Obviously, it's not like she's not gonna mourn her father again, but she was like, it was amazing.
Oh my god!
My point is, looking at it, he was there for her emotionally. Yeah. Yeah, so it made that experience wholesome. It made it, there was more connection because she could feel that she was safe with him there. He wasn't gonna be like, why are you crying plenty like this? What's going on? Or like not being able to. She could feel his empathy. Yeah, and I think it's powerful that I still. No, no, I don't know. Yes, so I think it was really good. So if you look at it, there was that emotional intimacy, and that's why the sexual aspect of it was intense. It was wholesome for her. So it is very, very important. And what makes it better is when we combine the other types of intimacy to this one. When you're able to also add the intellectual intimacy, let's say, like I said, he went skydiving. It might be that she's not interested in it, but he's interested and she decided to go with him. And then they're talking about, okay, different facts about skydiving. That's intellectual intimacy. She might not be interested, or he might not be interested, but they're just learning and just listening to their partner talk about how passionate they are about skydiving. And the other partner knows that they're not too interested, but they made an effort. So that's already is a form of intimacy that brings them closer. Yeah. And then spiritual intimacy, when they're able to practice maybe like their faith together or work on a project together. If they have, you have all that, and then you come to the other room. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. So yes, so when you combine all of them, it's actually like you're having a balanced diet. Do you get this? Like the sex is gonna be off the roof, off the roof, off the roof, off the roof. Okay, it's gonna be off the roof. So yes, okay. So and I mean, because everybody actually wants a combination of everything. Everyone wants to be. See, even people that admit it and they don't admit it and they act like I don't need nobody. They do need somebody. Everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to feel exclusive. Like the ones that exclusivity with the person that they hold in high esteem and they feel is special to them. Everybody wants to be treated like, you know, their opinions matter. They want to know that they matter to the person they're with. They want that connection. So it's good to have like a balance of everything. Yeah. Yes. So, and I'm going to, this one is especially to the married people. See, I know life happens when you get married. A lot of things happen that would be drowning the intimacy in your relationship. That's why it's work. I tell people love, marriage is work. It's responsibility. It is. So, little things you can do to make it better, to keep the whole thing going. You have to practice these types of all these forms of intimacy. Be very intentional. See, no matter how long you've been married, when your wife is passing you, how about just tap her ass, drag her, bring her to the wall, give her a very, very, nice kiss, and then you're like, okay, like nothing happened, like you just move and you're going, and she's just gonna become like okay, it's on. Or you want to do all those kind of things, or you're outside, you are maybe you have like a group date, or how where you go visit someone, all those activities in between. Touch your partner, hold their hands. If it's a guy, stroke his beard, like act like you want to take out something, stroke his beard, yeah, touch his hand, give him a peck, all those small things. Tap his butt too, yeah. It's not only the guys that should be tapping ass and grabbing ass. We as a lady too, tap his ass, grab his ass, those kind of things that just make them know that, see, no matter how many children we have, no matter how long we've been married, I'm still very much attracted to you. You still turn me on. I hope this video has been helpful. If you're watching to this point and you have not subscribed, God is watching you. And he's not smiling, no. He's not smiling because he's like, why have you not subscribed? So click the subscribe button now. Okay, so thank you so much for your time. I really hope this was helpful. If it was, please comment below, give us a thumbs up, so we'll be sure that you like it. Yeah, and You can also tell me other topics you want me to talk about. If you have questions about the certain areas I've talked about, maybe you don't really understand, you can also, you know, put your question down. Let's get talking. Until we see again. Love you.